Do you want to advertise on this podcast? Go to podbean.com now. For only $1, you can get 1,000 listens. You can also predefine geographic locations and categories for where your advertisement will run. Start using the most cost-effective advertising campaign now. Go to podbean.com. That's podbean.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Keeping It Real. Today is a very special day. We have got my very good friend Chris Richardson on the phone. He is my partner in the music that we're making for Red Totem Idol and our new CD. In addition to that, we have got both of our good friend Justin Ray Harvey. Now, J. Ray is one of my good friends, and we have done a little surprise for him today. So, guys, welcome to Keeping It Real.
Thanks. How's it going?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for joining me today. Today's a special day. And, Chris, you know what I'm talking about here. We have been on a mission for the past, 6 months, maybe longer, to put together a new CD for Red Totem Idol. Now, for those of you that don't know, Red Totem Idol is a band that I was in back in the early 90s, and we put out a CD back in those times on Dreamscape Records. Years went by, and we reorganized the group, and it turned out to be just me and Chris. So my buddy Chris here has been working on music for the new Red Totem Idol CD. We've been working together. During that process, my friend J. Ray here, and I'll get J. Ray to tell you his story in just a minute, asked us to do a favor for him to record a song from the Bloodsport movie. Now, J. Ray, before we go any further, can you tell my audience a little bit about yourself? Tell us about why the Bloodsport song. How did you come about making the request for us to do this song?
Okay, well, I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at birth, of course, and I was 3 years old when I first saw the movie Bloodsport. Well, that particular song has always been, per se, my song in life to keep on moving no matter how things have gotten, rotten or whatever. That song really is a part of my soul, so that's basically why I requested that you guys make the song. And y'all are a great band. I love your music. So,
well, J. Ray, we've got a little bit of a surprise for you, and I'm going to let Chris tell you in a second here. What we did is we sat down together and we tried to work out this song. The song is called Fight to Survive from the Bloodsport movie. We did everything in our power to remake this song to make it perfect for you. Unfortunately, J. Ray, we could not do it. And this is the big surprise for you. So what we did, me and Chris got together and I said, Chris, look, we've got to do this for J. Ray, and he totally agreed. And I said, Chris, you write some music. I'll write some words. We'll come together. So Chris spent a lot of time working on music for a song. So tell him about that, Chris.
Well, basically, J. Ray, I know you and I, we've never met in person, and we've only talked a couple of times, but your story, when I spoke to you last, it was a great inspiration to me, and I actually kind of pushed Kevin out of the way on this one and said, hey, this is of great importance, and I wanted to do it in a very, very special way. And I relate a lot to some of the things you've gone through in my own past as kind of troubled and difficult, and I just thought that, after speaking with you, if you can be as successful as you've become, and you can have such a great outlook on life, then I wanted to be a part of that, and it was very, very important to me. And like Kevin said, it's a better part of 6 months, and he's not kidding. This is every single day I have worked on this song. then we brought Kevin in after the music was done and said, okay, now it's time for you to do your thing. And Kevin absolutely lit it up. There's no question that there's two parts of this song. There's the music and there's the vocals, and neither one of them are any good without the other. And all of it, when it came together, to me, is just the absolute perfect way to say thank you to an absolutely wonderful individual who, despite all odds and all tragedies that you've had to suffer, you've always prevailed. And I mean, to merely even consider that I am part of your world is a great, great honor. So it is an honor to us to be able to do this for you. However, the original song from the Bloodsport, it honestly, it was just too good the way that it was. We just did not feel like we were doing any respect to it to try to remake it. So taking what we know about you, we said, let's do this one step better. Let's not remake his favorite song. Let's make J. Ray his own song.
Wow.
So if you check your email, you should have an MP3 emailed by me. This is your new track.
I will check that now.
So check that now. When we've got it, what we're going to do is we're going to play the song for the audience. And J. Ray, it's called You Try to Live, subtitled J. Ray's Kumite.
Wow.
So let me know when you have it. I want you to play it, and I'm going to play it for my audience.
Okay. Looking through my email. Let me see here. I've got it.
Okay, now remember, J. Ray, this is your song. We wrote this specifically for you to have for the rest of your life. This is yours.
I do wish to put a little side note here for those who will be listening. This song is raw. It is unmastered. There are some sonic technicalities that get fixed in the mastering process, but I hope you enjoy it anyways.
Wow. Thank you.
All right, here we go. We're playing it live for the audience. You listen to it on your end. This is You Try to Live by Red Totem Idol. right, we're back. J. Ray, did you get a chance to hear the song?
I'm actually checking it out now. It just now downloaded.
Oh, okay. Well, we listened to it. The audience listened to it. Are you listening to it now?
Yeah, absolutely. I love the intensity it has.
So I don't want to interrupt you while you're listening to the song. You go ahead and listen, and I'll talk to the audience here. You keep listening. Let me know when you're done with it.
Okay, absolutely.
So me and Chris here spent a lot of time developing this song for J. Ray because J. Ray, if you don't know, J. Ray does his own radio show. It's called the J. Ray Radio. And I have been on the show, and Chris has been on the show talking about Red Totem Idol. And he wanted a theme song that he could use, but something of his own. And I know it was important to me to give J. Ray an opportunity to have his own song. I mean, I personally have my own song. I bet you Chris has songs that are close to his heart, and now J. Ray is going to have something close to his.
Actually, this song has become my own mantra. It's I've actually listened to it every day, ever since we started, and it's what I start my day off with now. So it's my song too.
Awesome. Yeah, I was listening to it while I was working out yesterday and the day before. Yesterday, and it definitely has some drive to it. I'm really proud of it. I'm looking forward to putting it on the new CD and getting it out there. And I know that this is going to go out to a lot of people. They're going to hear this, and this is probably get on Facebook and a bunch of other outlets, which is cool. But you should know that very soon, in the near future, the CD will be out, and it will be mastered, and it'll sound better. Although it sounds great now, it'll sound better on the CD. So, but we have been working on the music, and I don't want to talk too much about Red Totem Idol, but while J. Ray is listening to the song, I'll tell you that the new CD, every single song on the CD, not just this song for J. Ray, but every single song on the CD, we tried to make it where it's a voice for something or someone. Chris, do you have any other favorite songs on the new Red Totem Idol CD?
To be honest, man, we work so hard and so much time and effort into it that they're all kind of personal attachments at this point. But there's a couple of them that kind of stand out in relation to my own history and my own trials and tribulations. And but to put a finger on any of them, I honestly, if only because of the inspiration, J. Ray's song absolutely takes the cake for me. It's the one that's held the most value. It's the most important to me. The rest of them, some of them are speaking from experience, but they're largely something where we just took an idea and developed a song around it. This one is so very personal. It's someone close to us, something that we can all relate to, and knowing the personal stories attached to it, there's no comparing. This is, to me, is the best album that we're going to have. Period.
Yeah, I agree, and it's interesting that J. Ray had mentioned to me that how he wanted to fight in mixed martial arts. He wants to fight in the Kumite, and it occurred to me when we were working on this song that J. Ray every day is in a Kumite in his own way. I mean, not many people can be successful and have as many drawbacks as he's had in his life, and he continues to go, and he continues to succeed in his life, and he continues to push forward. And that's the whole message of this song. You try to live J. Ray's Kumite, and you can do it. You can succeed if you have the will and you have the drive. You can do anything, and you can achieve whatever you want to do, just like J. Ray's doing in his own life.
No, absolutely. I mean, listening to his story and talking with him and getting to know him, it almost sounds bad to say this, but it made my life look so much better and easier compared. And what do I have to complain about? I have nothing. I mean, I live in a nice house. I drive a nice car. I can get up and do the things that I want to do. What do I have to complain about? Whereas before, I don't have red shoes. I want red shoes. Why am I going to complain about that now? None none of that thing, or none of those things is in any way important anymore. Here is a guy who has had to go through things that we would not wish even on our darkest enemies. And he has come out smelling like roses. I mean, he wants to go and do the Kumite. And for those who would understand, the Kumite is like this underground fighting thing, and it's often a live or die situation. J. Ray has already beaten this battle. Already. If he could go there today and fight, even if he lost, he would still already have fought every opponent in the world and defeated them. Andre the Giant would stand up and bow to him, because there's just no way. There's just no way. So, I mean, without question, if anyone deserved a song, it was J. Ray, and it was such a pleasure to do it for him. It was actually very time-consuming, but it was very easy. The inspiration was just so immense that the ideas just rolled, and we played with our hearts, we sang with our hearts, and as long as we had him as our guide, it was easy.
And I got to tell you guys, thank you so much, and this is going to be my official theme song for my radio show.
Well, it was an absolute joy to do it, man. I can't thank you enough for the inspiration that you provided for me and my family. I mean, it's just insane how much you resonate through my home, and I've never met you. I envy Kevin for having had the experience to be a part of your life for so long. You just totally changed my whole outlook on life. I mean, everything. There's like I said, there's nothing I can complain about now. Nothing. Nothing else matters. I'm in good health, and my family's taken care of, and that's all that matters. We make the best of every moment, and you've done so much more than that. You're not making the best of every moment. You're taking that moment, as bad as it might be, and you're making it something profound. Your actions speak Bibles. It's just crazy. So a lot of respect for you, man. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed making it.
Oh, I'm going to listen to it every day. Seriously.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, J. Ray, I know it's not the song that you were expecting, and that's why I told you I had a surprise for you. Well, we have a surprise for you. And, I know that Fight to Survive has been kind of your mantra, but know that this has the same kind of spirit in it. When you listen to it every day, if you go back and listen to the lyrics, I really tried to bring that kind of Fight to Survive out of the song. So, but giving people inspiration from you, from your story, I mean,
actually, I think this is better than what we had originally planned. So,
thank you very much. I appreciate it. But you know what? People tend to, their lives aren't the same, but their lives can rhyme. You know what I mean? Like they can be similar. So one person's story, like your story, can influence countless people. It's like the pebble that gets dropped in the pond that creates ripples. I mean, that's what your story and anyone else's story who has some kind of struggle. If you tell a person, you can inspire them. You don't even realize how many people's lives you can touch. So you didn't even realize, without even meeting Chris, that you touched his life in a profound way, did you?
I didn't realize it, not at all. I mean, and another thing that I don't take credit for it, but I'm glad that this happened. I actually inspired Keeping It Real.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Absolutely, you did.
Yep, I wouldn't have done the radio show had it not been for your radio show. I mean, that's absolutely true, man. I mean, just think about, Frank Dukes is your hero, and he inspired you, and he touched your life. You have done that to other people as well. So through your story, you're touching just as many people, whether you know it or not. And it goes for anybody that's making a difference in the world. Whether it be Chris or myself or Frank Dukes or you or anybody who's trying to make a difference. And sometimes all it takes is just relating a personal story to someone else to touch their lives in a profound way.
Absolutely. It's like I always say, just try and fail, you succeed, but to not try and not fail, you don't succeed, if that makes any sense. whatsoever.
It makes absolute sense. I mean, I come from a scientific background, and in science, they actually use that mantra a lot. They say a failure is actually a success, because from failure you learn something.
Absolutely.
You learn something, or it adapts you even. You know, you're stronger because of your failure, and by your story, it has inspired me to absolutely new clouds. It's made me enjoy music more, made me enjoy it better. It has made me want to do the things that I've been having to do for so long. It makes me appreciate the fact that I have a cheeseburger for dinner, because there's so many people that don't. You know, it really put things into perspective for me. I can't talk enough about how, I was serious when we talked on the phone last, how I would love to have a picture of you to hang here in my studio, because you really are serving these days as a driving force to what I'm doing. Every time I do anything, I think, well, what would J. Ray say? What would it be his approach to the situation? And no matter how grand my problem seems to be, I just know that you, if I would talk to you, I know that you could put it into a frame of light that would just make it not a problem. So you are my inspiration, and this is a gift from us to you.
I really appreciate it, and one of my dreams, and I have a feeling it's going to happen, one of these days, I hope to jam with Red Totem Idol. So.
Oh, absolutely, brother, absolutely. I would be honored if I could be on the same stage with you.
Hey, speaking of jamming, J. Ray, did you know, and you might not know, and probably no one else out there knows at the moment, that all the instruments, all the music, the drums, the keyboards, the bass, the lead guitar, the rhythm guitar, and everything was all done, every single instrument, by Chris.
Wow.
He played every single instrument on that. And really spent a lot of time. In fact, when I went in to do the vocals, I was a little worried, because he was like, "Okay, no, this has to be perfect. It has to be just right. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do this just right." I was like, "Oh man, I'm on eggshells in the recording studio. I got to get it perfect."
I mean, I can believe it though, because Chris and you are so talented. I mean, it's unreal.
Well, I appreciate it, and yeah, I do. I guess I want to boast a second. Yeah, that's all me. Kevin sang his heart out and did a fantastic job. And like I said before, this song would be nothing without Kevin's amazing vocals. But yeah, every single note you hear, every percussion hit, even the 808 drop, everything is completely custom made, and it was all done just for you. Normally, I don't do that. Normally, I take samples and rely on other people to help, but I wouldn't allow anyone to touch this song. When Kevin came to the studio, it was 99% done. All I needed was a vocal track.
Wow.
So normally, Kevin and I will collaborate. We'll both come up with riffs and record different pieces, but Kevin was gracious enough to let me take the reins and do it the way that I thought it needed to be done. So, Kevin, I applaud you, man. I've seen you grow in leaps and bounds over this project, and I know the old Kevin wouldn't have done that. And I'm very grateful, man. It means a lot to me that you took the back seat and let me take the steering wheel and kind of shift the gears the way that I wanted to get it done. And hopefully you're as proud of this song as I am. J. Ray, hopefully you're as proud of this song as I am. And I think as a trio, we have all served a huge purpose here today. And it's all, J. Ray, it's all because of you, brother. Every bit of it's because of you.
I'm totally proud, because if I ever have kids or grandkids, I'm going to be telling this story to my kids and grandkids.
Excellent.
Well, you can trust me, man. I'm already telling the people in my life, your story is being heard here loud and clear. Chesapeake, Virginia knows all about you, brother. You're my hero. And
I appreciate that, bro.
I mean, you're my knight in shining armor, brother. If you can do the things that you've had to go through, my troubles aren't. I don't suffer from those things, and my life is easy. And if J. Ray can do what he's done, I have nothing to complain about.
Speaking of that, Chris, J. Ray went through some training here not too long ago where he's gotten involved with some acupuncture. Is that correct, J. Ray? Some acupressure and acupuncture, some things like that?
Yeah, I did acupuncture a couple days a week when I was down in Seattle.
When you were doing that, you were actually able to get out of your chair and do some walking. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah, on a walker.
Oh, man, that is amazing.
How's that coming along?
Absolutely amazing.
How's that coming? Have you been able to continue that growth and continue the workouts and the acupuncture and things like that?
Well, I'm not doing the acupuncture, but I'm continuing to do what needs to be done and improving and getting better, and the song's going to push me even harder.
Awesome. So let me ask you this. When's your next wrestling match?
Actually, I'm retired, actually, but I would love to be back in the ring. So,
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, J. Ray actually has been in the ring in a pro wrestling match, and you were highly involved in this pro wrestling for a long time, weren't you?
absolutely, yeah.
So what made you retire? Did you just decide, that this is it, this is enough, I want to focus on something else, or what's your direction now?
Well, honestly, what really happened was the guy that I faced, he got tired of losing 2 years in a row, so I was like, well, I retire then,
So what is your plans now? What is J. Ray's big deal now? What are you up to?
Well, I'm going to restart my show up and go from there and help promote you guys. That's my plan. So.
Oh, I appreciate that. Now, on your show, you've had Steven Seagal, you've had Tommy Morrison, you've had countless guys that are just tremendous stars in their area of expertise. Is that going to be the trend for the new upcoming J. Ray shows?
Yeah, but I gotta say, it's not who you get. It's the personality of the person. It's like when I first had you guys on there, we had a blast.
It was a great time, man. I really enjoyed that.
So we definitely got to do that again.
Anytime.
Oh yeah, just let us know when. I'd love to do it. Love to do it. So, are you planning on a particular? Or you got a launch date planned out? And here's another question. After you answer that one, are you continuing your J. Ray blog? I know that on the Frank Dukes site, you had at one point had a blog on there. Are you going to keep doing that?
I need to update that and get in contact with Haunchy Dukes and see if I can't, do something for one of his websites or do something, So.
You were also doing a political radio show at one time too. You were a guest of the Bob Carson show. Yeah,
I was the co-host, and that show has slowed down, so I need to call Bob up and be like, we need to start doing some more shows, So
yeah, I mean, people got to get their J. Ray fix, man. So it's hard, I think, for people to see the impact that they make in other people's lives. But hopefully, this is a reminder to you that you keep up the good fight because you are making a difference in this world, regardless if it's one person at a time. Don't ever forget how much difference that you are making, whether you see it or not. It's happening. So
absolutely,
don't give up. Don't stop doing the things that you love to do because it is making a difference.
You've definitely made a difference in my life, brother. Definitely.
If I've helped at least one or two people in the world, I'm happy, and then I'll go to the next person, then the next, That's what I'm about.
Well, J. Ray, listen, man, thank you for being on the show. I'm gonna play your song as the outro here. You Try to Live, Red Totem Idol. We're gonna make this the outro here. Okay, the audience is hearing it, even if you're not hearing it. Thank you, J. Ray, for coming on the show. I appreciate it, Chris. As always, thank you. And
my pleasure.
until next time, and as always, keep it real.
Take care, brothers.
Take care, guys. Thank you, J. Ray. Thank you, Chris. Good night.